Welcome back to Ozarks Tonight. Well, you might hear the terms blight and TIFs while you're watching the local news when it comes to economic development in the city of Springfield, but a lot of people might not have a clear understanding of exactly what those two terms mean. Well, we're always trying to learn new things here on Ozarks Tonight, so we brought in the Director of Economic Development with the city of Springfield, Sarah Kerner, to learn a little bit more. So Sarah, thanks for being here. What exactly is blight when it comes to economic development?
Thank you very much for having me. Blight is actually a defined term under Missouri state law, and it can actually mean a lot of things. I think the traditional thing that people think is run down, falling down buildings. And that is blight. But it can also be things like the platting is obsolete. So for example, maybe you have streets platted through property that were never built, and now somebody wants to build over where those streets are, and it's just, you have to kind of fix all those lines on the map that looking at it you would never see it, but as far as within city records we have to clean all that up. So I'm not to say that that one thing is going to blight a property, but it can lead towards finding of blight. So actually brought a little cheat sheet with me today. So defective or inadequate street layout. So for example, modern development requires that every lot has street frontage. If you cannot access your lot from a street, we're not going to let you divide up your lot that way. You can't cut off the back of your residential lot and build a new house that has no access to the street, for example. But you know, Springfield's been around a long time. Things were done in interesting ways at times in the past, and so that would be an example where, you know, if there's no street that goes to a lot, that's inadequate street layout. In insanitary or unsafe conditions, so maybe the building itself is more or less structurally sound, but there's something that's causing it to be very unsanitary or unsafe. For example, you know, water intrusion, wiring, you know, really outdated wiring can cause fires, stuff like that. Let's see, deterioration of site improvement. So that's kind of your classic building is falling down. Improper subdivision or obsolete platting. I talked about that before. The way the lots are designed just isn't appropriate for modern development. And because, like, for example, we have minimum buildable lot sizes in the city of Springfield. And if we have a bunch of teeny tiny lots and nobody can build anything on them, that's kind of inadequate platting. So let's see. And basically all of these things, just by the fact that they exist does not make it blighted, but it's if they lead to conditions that can endanger life or property. So basically, you know, your building's falling down, that's bad, but it's because it could hurt someone that makes it blighted.
Absolutely. And when a section, a property or a section of town is blighted, what occurs then? What comes out of that designation? Well,
I think something that's important to remember is that property doesn't just get blighted and then something happens. It's getting blighted for a particular reason. And there's a few different economic development incentives that require a finding of blight before the incentive can be used in that area. TIF is one of them, which you mentioned, but there's also property tax abatement. So it's a little bit confusing because it's the same finding to qualify for an incentive, but maybe you're getting a different benefit from it.
Sure. And where are maybe some examples of this that people can see in the city of Springfield? Where are some of these blight designations going on right now?
One we had recently was along Kearney Street from Glenstone to Kansas Expressway. That was actually a city-initiated project. Councilwoman Ferguson asked the city to hire a consultant out of St. Louis to do a market study of the area, to kind of say, you know, this used to be an active retail corridor. What can we do to bring it back, basically? And so one of the incentives that the study recommended was blight study and redevelopment plan. So that's actually what's called a Chapter 99 property tax abatement, not a TIF. But the benefit is that the property taxes are frozen at the pre-development level for 10 years. And so, for example, if someone would buy a building on Kearney Street, tear it down, redevelop it, their taxes would stay the same for 10 years of what the old building was. So the taxes aren't going to go down, but they're not going to go up either.
Definitely. So. And is the idea to make that maybe a more appealing thing for developers to come in?
Right. So the idea is, the whole reason we do blight is because without that, the property would not otherwise redevelop or not redevelop kind of in a manner that would serve the city in such a positive manner. So we want our properties in the city to be economically productive, especially along major retail corridors. That's where we want lots of, people to come and be able to shop. And, especially you think about Kearney Street, there's a lot of residents that live around there who would love to be able to go and shop for clothes, shop for shoes, have all the amenities available that somebody who lived maybe on the south side of town has. So the idea behind doing a redevelopment plan there is to incentivize developers to bring that kind of activity up along Kearney Street.
Sarah, we really appreciate you coming in. I feel like I have learned a lot in this segment, and I hope you all at home have learned a lot as well. Sarah, thank you so much for lending some understanding to this issue.
You're very welcome.
We'll be back with more Ozarks Tonight right after this.